How's it going? Doing pretty good out there? Alright.
Well, howdy.
Oh, I was doing more of a kind of Matthew McConaughey kind of guy. But you be that guy. It's fun to see them talk to each other, probably.
Well, what's the next film you're going to do, Matthew?
I'm probably going to do a film where I play you. You want to hear me try to do your voice?
Well, shucks, you're going to do me for a film. I'd sure love to hear it.
All right, I've been studying tapes of you. I think I'm going to get it pretty close.
That's creeping me out.
Okay, here we go. Well, hey, gee shucks, it's me.
Well, that's just about the closest I've ever heard of an impression.
I think it sounds just like you.
I think you're ready for another Oscar.
Also, I don't sound like me. I'm just close enough.
Reckon you're right.
Here, I'll do me for real. I don't believe a man can love. That sounded more like it, didn't it?
Yeah, Matthew, I suppose so.
Do you do any impressions?
Well, I do you.
Can I hear
you
it?
Want it?
I would
okay.
I'd be honored.
I'd love to do it.
You're my best friend. I'd be honored.
Ask me, it's the mistake of the whole human race, the consciousness that we've gained. We should all walk hand in hand into the dark.
God
Brothers
damn.
and sisters, opting out of a bad deal.
It's like I'm listening to a mirror.
That's from your show, True Detective.
Oh, yeah.
It scared me.
It scared me how much fun me and Woody had pranking each other on the set.
I think you should have gotten a daytime Emmy.
A lot of it did take place during the day. Okay, this is Metaphiles. This is Metaphiles. It's episode 112.
This is not True Detective season 4.
No. Although, I think Jay and I would be a good pairing for that.
Well, it'd be funny if they did. And Woody and Matthew are back for season 4, and they just all fan service.
Yeah.
Like, well, we're back at Carcosa. Guess it's back again. Thought we were done with it, but bring out the Carcosa.
Time is an even flatter circle.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it'd be called True Detective. We just watch it. Just watch it.
Just a money grab.
We can discuss how you and I fit into a True Detective season. We can discuss it. Will we? Only time, which is a flat circle, will tell. But that's not what we're here to discuss.
No.
And I'll say what we're here to discuss in just a moment.
Oh. We need to make sure that what we discuss is captured for posterity.
And it is. And I think the fact that...
Whole point of what we're doing, really.
I think the fact that we are, in fact, being recorded is pretty cool.
Sure.
Or maybe it is, or maybe it isn't. I don't know yet. Because what I don't know, but what I will know by the end of this episode is what is cool and what is not cool. Because this episode, we're discussing cool. And that's why I started with talking like Matthew McConaughey kind of sounds.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. I sure hope so. So, of course, this is Metaphiles. It's the podcast that talks to you. I'm Zach.
I'm Jay. We completely skipped the intro entirely.
We did.
Until now.
We fell into that McConaughey and friend thing pretty hard.
No, you reckon you ought to do the intro, Matthew?
Every week we discuss the why, and the world of a topic, and there's no better place to begin than the first place, and there's no better time to do it than the beginning. Jay, what's something that you think is cool? Starting the timer, the cool timer.
Well, I mean, right off the bat, where we plop right down into a quagmire. Right here on YouTube, because people are a little cavalier with the word. We forgot to do the intro immediately. It's cool.
That's cool.
And it's cool that we can just keep rolling and it's not a big deal. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, see right there, it's just like, and it's like, oh, that person's cool. It's like, are they cool? Like, what they're doing is cool? Or do they act cool?
This is going to be uncool of me to say, but you got me a little scared right now.
Good.
What is cool?
Exactly.
Given all these informations?
I don't know. The kids these days might say it's not cool. It's what's replacing the word cool is the word nonchalant.
Is it now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In a bit of a pejorative sense.
So, one would say, oh, they're recording a podcast. That's nonchalant.
No.
Okay.
No, specifically replacing the application of cool in when you're referring to a person who's acting cool.
They're acting cool.
Yeah.
They are not cool. They're acting cool.
Or they're acting cool and they are cool. There's
Okay.
been a lot of, movie stars, goes into their whole shtick was being cool,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Frankie Muniz.
No. Steve McQueen, King of Cool.
I guess he's cooler than Frankie Muniz.
Well, that was his actual title. So, like, the social, in the social shared consciousness, he was a cool symbol.
Yeah.
Again, just in the sense of the way he acted, presented himself.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of ways to say cool.
He drove cars, for example.
Yeah.
He wore
Mm-hmm.
jackets. He had his hair.
And so kids these days might say he's a bit nonchalant.
And they are using it pejoratively
Mostly.
because they don't think it's cool to be nonchalant.
They don't think it's cool to try to act a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
To project anything inauthentic.
But do we
Much
think...
like we do every week on this podcast.
We are very authentic, although I am wearing a jacket. And it's a little... I don't need to be wearing it. It's a little warm. It's warm enough that I wouldn't need to wear this.
Well, that's just how you present yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to be professional.
Yeah.
This is a entertainment broadcast.
Yeah.
Does that make me nonchalant?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good. I'd be pissed.
Good. I'd be pissed. We're not talking about nonchalant. We're talking about cool.
We are, and we're talking about something that you think is undeniably cool.
Why don't you go first?
Skateboards. I'm serious. When I see somebody riding a skateboard, I think that's cool as fuck. I think it every time. I've never once seen somebody riding a skateboard and not think that it's cool.
Operating some type of extreme or unorthodox conveyance.
Yeah. Well,
I would say a jet fighter pilot, that's fucking cool.
That's pretty cool. One of those rentable scooters, not cool.
That's
I think
neither extreme nor unorthodox. That's just
people can get pretty hurt on those things.
yeah.
But here's the difference. I would say this applies certainly to skateboards and certainly to jet fighter pilots. Or rather, the thing that they pilot. You have to be very attuned to do it successfully. Part of what makes a skateboard cool, and much like breaking down why a joke is funny, breaking down why a thing is cool is going to make it less cool. But you just, that's just what it is. So if you don't like that, probably turn this one off.
Yeah, why don't you close YouTube?
Which, is YouTube cool?
Nah.
Not lately. Not lately. I was watching a 15-minute video. I was watching a 15-minute long video, no less than 3 ad breaks in 15 minutes. That's not cool.
Nope.
That's not skateboards. The skateboarder must be attuned to all the textures of what is beneath it.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's like you're in a zen state when you're riding that thing. I imagine. Never learned.
Yeah. Good point.
Fighter pilot. Got to be pretty aware of the wind and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Jet streams. The thing I'm forgetting the name of when it's warmer for a part of it. Which birds know about, I guess.
Updrafts.
Yes. That.
Well, Zach, a jet is such a powerful flying device with such a powerful propulsion fixed to it that doesn't have to be concerned with the wind or updraft. It just blows right the fuck through them. And
yet, the humble bird who must be concerned with these things can kill a jet.
Yeah.
So what's cooler? Jets or birds? What's cooler, jets or birds?
Well,
answer carefully.
My beloved girlfriend, who is certainly very cool,
and certainly watching this right now,
loves birds, and I think birds are really cool.
Mm-hmm. As do I.
Nah, birds are pretty lame compared to fighter jets.
Oof.
Specifically, we're talking in the cool. It's the cool,
That's right.
Space is
That's
what we're
right.
trying to.
That's right.
Nobody is like, oh, I like birds, and everybody's like, you're cool.
I was being a little bit of a shit stirrer just now. I'll admit.
Well, the shit got stirred pretty deep.
Yeah.
I'm in big trouble right now. I'll tell you that.
I am sorry for that. It was not very chalant of me to do what I done. We are existing, and fighter jets exist within the boundaries, and I'm not going to call them square because that's not.
I'm just going to stop this. The point is that there's a million different ways to use the word cool.
Yes.
And yeah, it's one of those words that it just applies to so many. It's just such a general positive, but it can also mean something very specific.
Mm-hmm. And we are boiling it all down, and I should not have brought birds into it. I shouldn't have done it.
It's a tough. Well, I mean, regardless of anyone's relationship or how good or awful it's going, or how
now as a result of
our discussion currently. The point is, like, it's a lot to unpack, and I hate people that say that, and people that say that
not very cool.
Not fucking cool.
Not very cool.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Here's what you unpack.
What do you got?
Luggage.
Thank you.
Packages. Bags.
Thank you.
The end.
The end. Zip files.
Yeah.
The end.
Garbage. Can.
No, you're not paying garbage.
That's true.
Maybe we should start from what we both think isn't cool, and maybe that'll help us out.
Okay, yeah. Jay, what's something that is
this terrible situation
undeniably uncool?
And
we're going to take all the big ones out. We know.
Yeah.
We know.
Okay.
There's a bunch of stuff we could rattle off real quick that is not.
Let's skip over the obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just imagine a whole list of things going up. I'm not going to actually edit that in, but just imagine it, and what it says is what you think.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
People who don't think birds are cool.
Cool, good save, man.
Going on from that, people who make furniture.
What?
They're not very cool.
Oh, I don't know about that, Jay.
What? So now I'm in deep water with you now?
That. Yeah, I'm mad at you. You don't think...
Do we have to have a podcast?
You don't think, like, slicing and scraping and staining wood is cool? You don't think Nick Offerman is cool?
No. Wow. No, maybe that's actually a good one to stick to. Nick Offerman, not cool.
Wow. He's nonchalant.
No, he's not nonchalant. No.
He's how the kids say nonchalant.
No.
I think he's a little affected.
No. Nonchalant refers to like the Steve McQueen type of cool. Like the way you act, or like Elvis, or like James Dean.
I think Nick Offerman wants to be nonchalant.
I don't care. Like that type of fucking thing.
I think Nick Offerman wants to be nonchalant.
Yeah,
he wants to be a guy who drives cars and wears jackets.
Well, his whole shtick is being like, oh, it's cool. He's quirky, but it works. So it's cool that he's so quirky, being his own quirky self, and he doesn't give a shit, and that's cool. Which is like, I get it, but it's not really cool.
That being said,
it's just like,
Nick, if you want to come on the podcast, love to have you. You seem like a nice guy, and maybe we can help you to, actually be cool.
Yeah, just be
like
careful
us.
about what you talk about in the podcast too.
Because if your wife Megan Mullally is watching and you say some bad shit about Will and Grace or something.
Megan Mullally?
What did I say?
That's his wife? I mean, I've never heard that name in my life.
That's
Megan
his
Mullally.
wife.
Okay.
But so here's something that is cool. Fighter jets. Here's something that is not cool. Nick Offerman. Now imagine the whole universe in between those things, and those are our...
I don't think Nick deserves to be on the other end of the spectrum. I think he's kind of in the middle. Facebook should probably be on the other end of the spectrum. I think in all senses of the word. Nothing nonchalant about it. There's nothing like, oh, that's neat about it. It's not, a synonym for neat, which is cool.
It is.
There's.
Okay.
You don't know that?
I think neat.
I'm trying, man. Like I'm just trying here.
Yeah. Well, hey, look. We created a strange task for ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
With this very podcast.
And it's not cool to try, apparently.
But then also the kids think it's not cool to not try.
Exactly.
So what do you do?
What do you do?
You just do something that you do pretty effortlessly. Don't put a lot of thought into it. Hit record, start rolling, end up talking shit about Nick Offerman, who,
Yeah.
A lot of people like.
So maybe cool is just a little flag that you just can kind of stick in. It's a moving target, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's very connected with the zeitgeist, you might say.
I'm going to be cool right now.
It's very socially qualified.
Never mind, I'm not.
Whew, okay.
Not in that way.
That was close.
Yeah, it was almost cool. Close one. I do think people who build furniture can be cool.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like it's kind of synonymous with when you say neat. Like, it's neat that you can do all that stuff with wood.
It's neat that you can do all that stuff with wood.
Yeah, because it's cool that you can do all that stuff with wood. It's no different.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Something I think is uncool. The fact that we've entered an age of society where everybody has the audio of their phone turned on all the time. Mm-hmm. Not cool. Mm. Not neat. Not chalant. Mm. Ever since, and I'm not trying to make this into this, but ever since TikTok was born, you cannot be sitting in public and not hear somebody watching a TikTok.
Yeah.
It just somehow became socially acceptable.
Yeah, and it's not TikTok. It's not in the cool category. It's not. I'm a TikTok, appreciator, if you will. It's not cool. It's. I don't know if any app on a phone, any kind of social media thing can be cool. As
I
far
can
as,
think of one.
The actual platform itself. What do you got?
It's not a social media thing, but it's like adjacent to that.
Okay.
And I'm very excited actually to give this to the whole world who's watching this right now.
It's very generous.
This is a free site / like you can sign up for it, but you don't gain anything extra by doing that except you can bookmark stuff.
Talk about archive.org?
No, although archiving things is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Remembering the past can be a cool thing to do. No, this is called Radio with 5 O's, and it's what it is you open it up and it's a map of the world, and you can click on any country and any 10-year period, and you hear music from that country from that 10-year period, and it's free, and it's all user uploaded. People just digging in crates, finding some Somali tunes from 1960 whatever. And that is the coolest thing I think the internet has ever done.
That is cool.
Radio with 5 O's.com.
It's definitely derivative of neat. Like a more intense form of neat. Maybe I'm gatekeeping cool.
I think you are, but I think that's part of our job on this episode. I don't want you to stop.
Okay.
I want us to know if things are neat or cool or nonchalant. That's what we're doing here, man. And if we have to sacrifice ourselves being cool in order to foster more awareness and understanding of cool in the future, I am willing to do it.
I'm right there with you, man. Let's do it.
All right. And we are, dare I say, kind of cool to be willing to do that.
Welcome to Lay Plays. This is part of the podcast where I come up with a cooler podcast. Another podcast might be even cooler than this one. Potentially.
After this episode of Lay Plays, we will have to determine if it was.
Okay.
We don't normally do that, but
I don't think it's going to be. This week, we got Silent Film Cast. And yes, it's all the way like that. So I'll go ahead and start. Quiet on the set.
Well, give me a moment. Yes, it's all the way like that. I know that was partially addressed to me. Okay. Was that cool or neat?
It was cool.
It was probably pretty neat for sure.
Neat, you said?
Neat.
Neat. Oh. Yeah, probably more neat. I mean, it largely just depends on what how it turns out.
Uh-huh.
Think about it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It was also a really quick one, too. Well, I mean, it seems quick to us now, and maybe you might want to cut this part that I'm saying out now, because you can stretch it out. But anyways, think about it. Yeah. I think it was pretty neat.
I think it was definitely neat. Was it cool? Maybe we'll find out in our next segment when we learn some more about cool. And something that I think is cool is taking a break.
Yeah.
So let's do that right now.
Okay.
And we'll be right back. We are back, and it is cool in the world. And, Jay, there is, I would say, quite a bit to get through on this one.
Sounds good to me.
I was uncool in a way in doing my research, in that I accidentally got too interested in the topic. And now this segment is going to be jam-packed, I think, and possibly not have a lot of jokes in it.
I think your personal interest that captivated you will also captivate the audience of YouTube.
I believe so. And I'll say this as a little preamble. We suggest topics back and forth for the show. And sometimes we put topics in a big list that we'll get to those ones later. Some topics we say them and they happen immediately. The topic of cool sat on the big list for a long time. Even though we both liked it right away, I think it was me that suggested it. And part of why I think it was me that suggested it in the first place is I was fascinated by the idea of us attempting to get to the origin point of cool, as we often like to do.
That is fascinating, yeah.
When did it start that people were cool? Like a caveman. Well, this is more segment Y stuff now. So we'll get back to that and the caveman. We will talk about a caveman in season 3.
Well, we just kind of muddied the waters a little bit in that segment 1, so it's kind of almost that's a stage for this.
I feel like coming out of segment 1, as you're saying, I think we both agree, I know less about what is cool than ever.
Yeah.
I thought working with wood was cool. Turns out it's neat, which is not the same, but is.
I thought birds were not cool. I'm completely wrong and very sorry about that point.
And you are very sorry. You said it many times over the break. And also, I found out that kids don't think being cool is cool.
Ugh.
It's just...
Yeah.
But so we're going to find some things out about cool, and in a way, we're going to attempt to trace it back to its very roots. So we're going to start with the dictionary, the Oxford English Dictionary definition of cool, because we must.
We must.
The Oxford English Dictionary, one of the best dictionaries, says, of a person or a personal attribute, quality, etc. The Oxford English Dictionary said etc. in their definition. They were like, you figure out the rest of it, of that part. Of a person or a personal attribute, quality, etc., not affected by passion or emotion, dispassionate. They also repeated themselves. Not affected by passion or emotion, dispassionate, controlled, deliberate, not hasty, calm, composed. Steve McQueen.
Also sounds like nonchalant.
Kinda does. Kinda does.
That's a good definition.
Quite a few times throughout this little adventure that we're going to go on, we're going to hear some things that come from Cool Rules, Anatomy of an Attitude, a book by Dick Poundtain. And I was wrong. There will be laughs. His name is Dick Poundtain, and we don't even need to worry about that. Dick Poundtain wrote Cool Rules, Anatomy of an Attitude, and boy, he really talked about being cool a lot.
Well, for the past several years, I've been writing a book about how to be cool.
So my research is also pretty, out of order here. But I want to start with something that Dick Poundtain said, because it really does a nice job of summing it up. But some of my stuff is printed and some of my stuff is on the phone.
Well, let's get a quick picture of Dick on the fact tube here, the Dick tube. The fact tube.
He was the guy from the Cheers theme song, it turns out, Dick Poundtain. Okay. I'm a little frazzled because there's so much I want to talk about. Okay. No, hold on. I'm going to calm down, everybody. Don't worry. I will get there. Where is it? I've paused the timer, and I might cut this out until I can just find this one quote. Because it's like... Oh, you know what? It's because it was one that I wrote down. Okay, we're back. Okay, here's what Dick Poundtain said. Cool was once an attitude fostered by rebels and underdogs, such as slaves, prisoners, bikers, political dissidents, etc., for whom open rebellion invited punishment, so they hid defiance behind a wall of ironic detachment, distancing that defiance from the source of authority rather than directly confronting it. Dick Poundtain was the right man to write about cool, because that's a really fucking good description.
Yeah.
Right? So he also gave a whole, timeline of cool. We're going to go through that really quickly and then jump back to some stuff, I think is the best way to do it. Cool. So, according to Dick Poundtain, there was nothing cool until around the year 1500. Nobody was being cool.
I'll believe that.
It's quite possible. We will talk about a caveman in segment 3.
Okay.
Around the year 1500, we get to something called Itutu. And actually, I was wrong. We're not going to go fast. We're going to go to Itutu right away because it's very important. Itutu is a Yoruba word that is translated approximately as cool. It has been used by the Yoruba and more recently by Africanist art historians to describe the aesthetic that characterizes much Yoruba and some African American art. Itutu contained meanings of conciliation and gentleness, of character, generosity, grace, and the ability to diffuse fights and disputes. In Yoruba culture, Itutu is connected to water, which also gives a connotation relating to temperature. In Itutu aesthetic is included the appearance of physical or sexual beauty whilst having a humble, calm, collected face, which is found in much Yoruba sculpture. It has been suggested by Robert Farris Thompson of Yale University that Itutu is the origin of the American idea of mystic cool. His 1973 article, An Aesthetic of the Cool, traces the idea of Itutu from the Yoruba to several other African civilizations and finally to the Americas, where the descendants of Africans perpetuated the importance of being cool.
That all sounds fantastic.
As we search for the origin points of any given topic, cool started in Africa. They get the credit, the Yoruba people specifically.
Makes a lot of sense.
It definitely does. We're gonna, at this point, it must be pointed out that we are two white guys. So I'm going to reiterate what
We
was
should
said just then, and
Make sure that
also
that's clear.
some of the opinions that were said were of Robert Farris Thompson of Yale University and not the Metaphiles themselves. But as was pointed out, Itutu is in Africa, then people from Africa are brought to America. And we're not getting into that. That is not the topic today. Mm-mm. But that is where that happens. Meanwhile, on Dick Pountaine's map, we are also seeing that in England, there is a thing called the British Aristocratic Reserve, which is a certain way to carry oneself. I know, I know, everyone.
The center of the uncool universe.
We went to as white as it can get, and as far to not really sounding cool as it can get. But that was where the idea of cool started over there for those folks. Meanwhile, in Italy, you got sprezzatura, which we've talked about before. Yeah. Sprezzatura is an admiration of effortless grace. Cool. Right? They also have omerta, which is a Sicilian code of silence and honor primarily associated with the mafia that emphasizes non-cooperation with authority and refusal to reveal information about activities or inner workings, and essentially means maintain silence in the face of questioning by outsiders, even if they're the law. Now, is that cool?
Yeah.
In a way. Don't be a rat. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are the origins of Italians thinking things can be cool. Sort of. This is... Don't worry about it.
That can be cool. I wouldn't wrap it in with a definition of cool, but it's definitely cool. Like, it's cool if you do that.
It's neat of you to do if you're not, getting your friends in trouble. Not getting your friends in trouble is neat. Not being mad at me is neat. As things are happening from the year 1500 through the years in which World War I occurred.
1914, 1918.
That's exactly correct. We have evolutions of all these things. We also have evolutions in art. We have Romanticism, the aesthetic movement, Dadaism, Surrealism. We get flappers, who are cool as hell.
What's flappers?
Flappers are ladies who are like, we're going to dance the fuck out of some jazz music, early jazz. We don't give a shit that it's not ladylike. We're dancing.
Hell yeah.
These are all happening in between World War I and World War II, some of these things. We also, going back to people came over. Music gets cooler, and specifically jazz. And we will transition into jazz for a moment. Oh, nope, that's on the phone. How's it going? How's the segment going, Jay?
It's going great. The information is very informative and focused and concise.
Are people going to be mad at me for bringing up the mafia?
No, not a bit.
Okay. When the air in the smoke... This is our etymology section for today.
Okay.
When the air in the smoke-filled nightclubs... Should we maybe put some jazz under this? This is not your typical etymology.
Yeah, let's... there we go.
Thank you. When the air in the smoke-filled nightclubs of the jazz era became unbreathable, windows and doors were opened to allow cool air in from the outside to help clear away the suffocating air. By analogy, the slow and smooth jazz style that was typical for that late-night scene came to be called cool jazz. The goal of the style was always the same, to lower the temperature and bring out different qualities.
I want to be there right now.
Mm-hmm. That.
When they open the windows because it got too hot and they start playing the music, that it facilitates everything cooling down. I want to be there right now.
And we've been trying to figure out what's cool and what's neat. That's cool. And that's why we say the word cool. So it comes from jazz. It comes from these things.
And in that moment, of the opening of the windows, the letting out of the air, and the change of the music. The effect upon a person can be observed visually, even as a definition of cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like this. They're like,
did you see it? I know I did.
like that.
Now, as we transition between World War I and World War II, Dadaism, Surrealism, Flappers, the music evolves. We have writers like Raymond Chandler and Dashiell Hammett introducing the hard-boiled detective who is cool in his steadfast aloofness.
Mm-hmm.
We get film noir, and we get the cool-ass Humphrey Bogart and things of this nature. And we get abstract expressionism. We don't need to paint the flower. We paint what the flower is about, man. And we get jazz. We get Dennis Hopper at World War II. We get the beatniks. We get the bohemians. We get all the coolest stuff. Then by the 80s, we have something called preppy ennui.
Preppy on what?
Preppy ennui. Now that is not the end of the history. We're going to go back in time to those World War II and I days. Also, before we do that, I do apologize that the research is so scattered. It's also interesting because there is not just...
It's a flood of information, all pertinent.
Because I have to go back and point out that it was not just Itutu, and it was not just Europe, and it was not just America. Wu Wei is the ancient Chinese concept expressing an ideal practice of inaction, inexertion, effortless action, a state of personal harmony and free-flowing, spontaneous, creative manifestation, a state of perfect knowledge and understanding of the coexistence of the situation and the perceiver, perfect effaciousness, and the realization of a perfect economy of energy.
I think that's all we needed for this entire episode. I think the Chinese, with that, covered the whole fucking shebang.
So
that's amazing.
We've often talked about the Africa and Asia pipeline of most things we discuss on this show. Turns out they started there. You gotta give the Chinese just as much credit as the Yorubans on this one.
Yeah.
Itutu and Wu Wei, and I hope I'm saying both of those correctly. Meanwhile, just across the pond in Japan, which is across the pond. That's England and America, but you get what I'm doing. We have Ikki, Japanese aesthetic ideal of subdued displays of taste and wealth, with an emphasis on belying on first glance the efforts taken to appear stylish.
Effortless is a requirement of any form of cool, without a doubt.
Definitely. The French also have sang-froid, which is composure or coolness, sometimes excessive, shown in danger or trying circumstances. Not as good, but in the vein. Okay. Now... Yeah, okay, great. That's almost the last time I'll need to look at my phone, which means it's going to be easier to know where I am. So, we are now going to go back to Europe during the World Wars. This is the densest piece of it all. I'm just going to read through it. Stop me as you like. Take a little drink. The key themes of modern European coolness were forged by avant-garde artists who achieved prominence in the aftermath of the First World War, most notably the Dadaists, who, if you don't know Dada, you or any of our viewers, the most famous piece of Dada art, and this was at a time when art was very snooty. I mean, it still is, but the most famous piece of Dada art is a guy literally put a urinal into a museum and said, that's art. Which is funny as shit and very cool. The goal of such groups was often self-consciously revolutionary, a determination to scandalize the bourgeoisie by mocking their culture, sexuality, and political moderation. moderation. Bertolt Brecht, a committed communist, stands as the archetype of this interwar cool because he projected his cool attitude to life onto his most famous character, blah, 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 who was a nonchalant, smooth-talking gangster and expert with a switchblade and personifies the bittersweet strain of cool. Puritanism and sentimentality are both anathema to this cool character. During the turbulent interwar years, coolness was a privilege reserved for bohemian milieus like Brecht's. Cool irony and hedonism remained the province of cabaret artistes, ostentatious gangsters, and rich socialites. The luxuries... skipping that part. In the World War times, you couldn't be cool. There was a fucking war on, man. And you're broke. But what happens after post-World War II? This is where it gets really good. The Second World War brought the populations of Britain, Germany, and France into intimate contact with Americans and their culture. World War II also brought hundreds of thousands of GIs whose relaxed, easygoing manner was seen by young people of the time as embodying liberation. To be cool or hip meant hanging out, pursuing sexual liaisons, displaying a level of narcissistic self-absorption, and expressing a desire to escape all ideological causes. From the late 1940s onward, this popular culture influenced young people all over the world to the dismay of the ruling paternalistic elites. What it meant to be cool resonated behind the Iron Curtain, where it offered relief from the earnestness of socialist propaganda and socialist realism in art. In the Polish industrial city of Lodz... No, go ahead.
Real quick, I can actually add to the research. There was a guy, I can't remember his name, but he was basically... He came from America. He was born in America, but he was basically Elvis. He was a singer guy. Dad, I can't remember the entire fucking story. I read a book on it when I was very young. But he went over to the USSR as an American. He got in and was there Elvis. And he managed to play shows behind the Iron Curtain. I'm not sure to what, I can't remember to exactly what degree. But he played shows and got this huge following as their version of Elvis as an American, coming there from America during the fucking peak of the Cold War.
Hell yeah!
Wish I could remember his name, but anyways, he brought cool, the American version of cool, over there.
Perhaps he even did it in the Polish industrial city of Lodz.
Perhaps.
How about that transition right back into it? That's good podcasting dynamics.
Quite probably.
And pointing it out is good as well. In this Polish city, jazz, the forbidden music, served Polish youth of the 1950s much as it had served its African-American creators, both as personal diversion and subterranean resistance to what they saw as a stultifying official culture. Some clubs featured live jazz performances, and their smoky, sexually charged atmosphere carried a message for which the puritanical values and monumental art of Marxist officialdom were an ideal foil. This is the most well-written Wikipedia article I've ever read in my whole life, by the way. That page is fully done. We're getting there. We're doing it.
This is incredible research, by the way.
Thank you. This is
Without a doubt.
Fucking fascinating topic. I'm probably going to read Dick Pountaine's whole book. And here's something else he said. Well, first, here's a quote not by him. In general, coolness is a trait based on the inference that a cultural object, person or brand, is autonomous. That is, the person or brand is not constrained by certain existing, quote-unquote, unnecessary rules, expectations, or beliefs. Now, here's something Dick said. Or, no, sorry, not yet. But we're getting to it. Don't worry. Dick's coming back. America's mass production of ready-to-wear fashion in the 1940s and 50s established specific conventional outfits as markers of one's unchanging social role in society. Subcultures such as hippies felt repressed by the dominating conservative and conformist ideology of the 1940s and 50s and rebelled. According to Dick Pountaine's definition of cool, hippies' fashionable dress can be seen as cool because of its prominent deviation from the standard uniformity and mass production of clothing created by the quote-unquote totalitarian system of fashion. So Dick says, What the hippies did in the moment was cool. But wait, Dick has something else to say. And this is all him. And I'm ignoring the timer for now.
Cool.
Starting in the 1990s and continuing into the 21st century, the concept of dressing cool left the minority and entered the mainstream, making it a dominant ideology. Cool entered the mainstream as the hippie rebels of the late 60s became the senior executives of business sectors such as the fashion industry. Since they grew up with cool and maintained the same values, they knew its rules and thus knew how to accurately market and produce such clothing. However, once cool became the dominant ideology of the 21st century, its definition changed to not one of rebellion, but one of attempting to hide insecurities in a confident manner. That's cool in fashion. Boiled down expertly by Dick Pountane. This guy's a genius.
Dick Pountane.
Okay, that's that whole page. We're gonna miss a lot of good stuff, kinda, but not really. We'll end it with this. This is not said by Dick Pountane. This is, well, cool is a real but unknowable property. Cool, like good, is a property that exists but can only be sought after. In the New Yorker article, The Cool Hunt, cool is given 3 characteristics. Number 1, the act of discovering what's cool is what causes cool to move on. Number 2, cool cannot be manufactured, only observed. And number 3, cool can only be observed by those who are themselves cool.
Ooh. Ah.
Now, what is cool hunting? That is for another time, I suppose.
Well, I'm happy to say I think we've avoided it thus far in this episode.
Oh, we have. It's marketing shit.
Fantastic research segment. Incredibly informative.
Thank you.
Concise and pertinent. Yeah, wow.
Thank you. I'm going to do a little pre-segment 3 statement that leads us into break, that leads us into segment 3. It turns out examining a minutia to great detail can be pretty interesting and maybe even pretty cool. And we'll be right back. All right, we're back, baby.
All right, we're back. Okay.
Baby. And I don't have to wonder anymore for the whole rest of the episode about, did I write that down? Did I print that? Did I have to take a picture of it on my phone? I don't got to deal with none of that no more. I don't have to worry about upsetting anybody. That I do still have to worry about. You're right. But I don't think I'm going to. And what I'm saying is, for the rest of this episode, I'm ready to just be cool, man. Just fucking chill out.
Let's be cool for the rest of this segment.
Hey, Jay, too late.
Why cool?
Why? Why cool? Why do we want to rebel against authority?
Rebel?
Rebel!
It's a response.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
To the regime.
Let's say, throughout that comprehensive research segment, I noticed it's like an attachment to whatever society is engendering at the moment. It like fits, it adapts to whatever that is, and stays pretty much the same what cool actually is. Because how far you went back in the research and the definitions and the origins from Africa and China rang so true, and it just You know, in society, that's from a different side of the world. Okay.
I can't even get there. It would take so long to get there.
Exactly, but it is omnipresent.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And your statement about it, that it doesn't change, the way that it's expressed can change, but its ideals do not change. And I'm going to defend our young friends, of which I have none. But if I did, I would say, I know one thing they think is cool is being an active member of society and fighting against social injustices. What's not cool is to not care about that. And that goes back to, there were so many adjectives thrown out through all those many definitions of cool, but they all included like gentleness, humility, you know.
Somewhere within the Chinese definition of it, it was close harmony between the present reality, and the perception of it, or something like that.
Yes, the situation and the perceiver.
Yeah.
And so for these kids who are saying nonchalant, derisively, that's because cool,
derisively,
that kind of cool, the unaffected part of cool, they don't think that is cool.
Well, what
they think what's cool is, hey, what if everybody was living all right and we all could fucking not care? But that's not how it is.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Wouldn't that be cool?
What does that say about what it's responding to? What does that say about the society right now, where it's like doing actual, you know, caring in an effective way is counterculture in a way, and rebellious in a way.
Yeah. And much like how we were so brave as to say we might seem uncool in the efforts to foster understanding of coolness in the future, and we're willing to be uncool in order to do that, we are a lot like those activist kids that are out there being like, we don't think it's cool unless everybody can experience cool. And they're brave and we're just as brave. And I don't have to worry about upsetting people. Now, Jay, I did promise the people that we would talk about a caveman in segment 3.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So we traced cool pretty far back to the beginning. 1500s. That's almost the beginning of mankind. Almost.
A lot closer than we are now.
Yeah. But before that, there was the caveman and some other stuff. Could a caveman have been cool? Was there ever a time when a caveman leaned against a tree trunk in a certain kind of way and he was hot dogging a little bit? Could it have happened?
You know, I don't know. I don't think so. I side with Dick Pantaleone. Dick Poundtane. Was he the one that said that it didn't exist before 1500?
That's as far back as his map went.
I really believe that. Well, I really believe that.
Right. We had a lot of.
Relatively speaking, it's a very recent phenomenon.
We had a lot of stuff to run away from for a long time.
I think it's a bit of a luxury. Yeah, it's an amenity.
As we
to
learned,
even have it as a concept. Yeah.
As we learned about Europe in World War I.
Yeah. Right.
But please continue.
You were continuing.
Oh no, I had caveman leaning against a tree. That was pretty much where I stopped.
Yeah, I don't think it happened.
Probably not. Then, like, what's next after that? The Middle Ages is pretty much next. You can't relax during that. There's always going to be some castle being sieged, and you're either sieging or being beset.
Yeah.
So you can't.
Shit was
cool.
just too. The further back you go that far back, shit was just too real.
Mm-hmm.
And so any person just like standing there acting cool, you're like, what are you fucking doing?
Yeah,
What is wrong with you?
We have to battering ram this door down.
Can you stand up and stop smoking that cigarette? We gotta fucking put this door down.
Shrink.
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
And then they stab you.
Yeah.
No time to be cool.
No time. And the few who tried it got stabbed very quickly. So it wasn't able to
You're like, you're not being cool,
disseminate
are you?
fully.
Like, no.
Art thou being cool? Art thou nonchalant?
Yeah.
Tough to bust out an art thou, even for comedy, and feel great about it, but...
I'll bet people never really talk like that at all. I'll bet they never actually really said that to each other. But I don't know.
Yeah, maybe back in Shakespeare's day, people were walking around being like, the fuck are you doing? Maybe. I was actually hoping that the David Lynch light over there would flicker more in the episode, but it really calmed down. It was flickering a lot before we started, and it was cool, dare I say.
It got warmed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that light very much. It does the job of illuminating me, but just doesn't feel right. Just saying.
It doesn't feel right, and I'll, like, beyond that, it specifically feels wrong.
And I would not refer to it as neat. It was cool. It was cool that it was flickering, giving a David Lynch ambiance to this post-Lynchian era of metaphiles. But now it's not even doing that. So it went from cool to less than neat.
May as well be in a dressing room at Target.
Not a cool store. Cooler than Walmart, sure. Okay.
So I think your research kind of did segment 3 why.
A little bit. It also kind of wiped me out. So I am being cool.
Not wiped out.
Okay.
Nah, just being cool.
I'm being cool. And I'm a little
basking
tired.
in the research afterglow.
Yeah. This might be one where segment 3 we just are gonna just chill. We're gonna be cool.
We have to do the work.
Oh yeah. That's right. You got to do the work before you can be cool.
As far as the why, yeah, whatever. So what's the enemy of cool?
No, as far as the why.
No, it's being cool. I was saying it.
Yeah. Cool. You were being so cool that I didn't realize that. The enemy of cool is the man. The man. That's pretty cut and dry. As far as I, halfway between Zach and Zach pretending to be Matthew McConaughey, can get it.
We'll get you back from halfway.
To all the way McConaughey?
All the way, the co-host of the Metaphile.
Yeah.
What's the lesson?
You agree, the man, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So you're completely.
He's the ultimate villain.
See, it's kind of uncool for you to, like, take it back again to ask that question.
I just needed your consent. What's the next one? The lesson?
Yeah.
Not to dominate the work, but I think the lesson is Itutu and Wu Wei. Everything that was said by both of those paragraphs, just go back and listen to that, or go to Wikipedia and find those two things.
It's all there.
That's it, man. So we need the fate of cool. It's going to be a hard one. And we need the twist. Twist.
Pinewood for me for the fate.
Fucking Pinewood, man.
Yeah.
Pinewood is cool.
if it wasn't cool for a second, I'd be like, is this Pinewood or what? Where the fuck are we? I thought.
Where are we? This is not cool.
Yeah.
I want Pinewood to be nonchalant as fuck.
Amen.
Also, I thought of a very dumb joke. And I'm going to tell
just
it.
Now?
It's my first one ever. And I'm reminded of it because, of course, I think, well, the Pinewood Lanes of Heaven were created in our episode about bowling, which was titled Dylan Goes Rammstein, a play on Dylan Goes Electric. And my very dumb joke is Dylan Goes Steam Powered. That's it.
Steam powered? How does that come into it?
Because electricity is a form of powering things. Dylan Goes Steam Powered.
I don't get the joke. Hold on. Stop the podcast.
Okay.
Do the joke again.
Dylan Goes Steam Powered.
No.
That's the whole thing.
Well, I mean, I was thinking like Dylan goes some type of cool.
Oh, no. It has nothing to do with anything. Sorry. No, I shouldn't have. I was maybe wrong to set it up how I did. It's not related to even the show, the Metafiles, at all. It's just a play on Dylan Goes Electric. People talk a lot about the era when Dylan went electric.
Please, can I close out?
But
Thanks.
I was more angry about the period.
I'm
People
gonna
are
call my Uber.
okay. Well, while you're waiting for it to show up, just let me tell you this joke one more time. And it's been a great date, by the way. I had a whole lot of fun telling you about what is cool and not. So here's the joke. I was trying to just do it the quick version, but we'll do the more little like nuanced version. A lot of people were really mad when Dylan went electric, but I was much more upset when he went steam powered. Now you at least understand the joke, right? And that's the most I could have hoped for with that, honestly.
And with the right audience, it would have killed.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
really, it would have.
I assume with ours, they were laughing at it every time I said it.
Nobody knows the lore to get that joke.
Watch
right now.
Sound off in the comments. Sure. Sound off in the comments. Are you aware of the phrase "Dylan Goes Electric"? We'll get one comment that says yes, and I know who's going to say it.
No, we'll get two. It'll be that person, and it'll be a very, very angry autist. She's like, actually, Dylan didn't go electric, and like.
But that person can't be mad because yes, he did, and everybody was really mad about it.
Oh, jeez, you're hurting him.
I'm hurting who? the autistic commenter?
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to hurt you.
So what's the twist?
I think they will be on my side. What is the twist of cool? You know what? I'm going to say, for the cool episode, the twist, a little twist of lemon.
Yeah.
Okay, folks.
Fantastic.
I just hit a perfect game on the work.
Oh, you got all of it?
I did all of them.
Like I said, you're really rolling off of the research. And carried all the way through to the business.
I'm dialed in on this topic.
Amazing.
I want to do cool part 2.
It was. We only have so much time.
Second episode.
Uh-huh. I'm talking in our lives.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
Congratulations, you killed it.
Thank you. I believe you've done it in the past as well, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So that's the work, baby. I'm going to smoke another cigarette.
Just going to sit here and be cool.
Yeah. We do have 3 minutes left on the timer. So I don't know if we can just sit here and be cool for 3 whole minutes.
Yeah. I feel really good about that episode.
Yeah. It was cool. Probably not, actually. It was interesting. It was fun to do. Was it cool?
Neat, cool, interesting.
We learned so much about cool tonight. And when we started the episode, we were like, what is cool? And are we cool? And is this cool? And now we know everything about what is cool and what is not cool, as we promised that we would. And we should answer the question, was this episode cool? Or was it neat? Or was it nonchalant?
Not cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Neat. You're going to go with neat.
Yeah. I think it was neat. It had the whole silent film thing.
I feel good about it.
Yeah, me too. I feel cool. I'm not saying the episode was cool, but I'm feeling cool.
Me too. Yeah.
Do you feel cool? Do you?
Hope so. That fucking dick type shit guy.
Yeah.
He really knew his shit.
He really
showed me his picture, or we saw the picture on the fact tube.
Uh-huh.
I had my doubts, but like, wow.
Yeah.
He really nailed it.
I would say that naming your book Cool Rules was maybe his one misstep that I'm aware of currently. I do think I'm going to read that book.
I think it's like him not being try hard.
Yeah. Maybe.
Effortless aspect.
Maybe. I did take
cool.
just a brief sidestep into reading a synopsis of that book and a couple of reviews on Goodreads.com. And it said he decided to write the book after he had a discussion with his kids in which he learned that bands that he thought were cool, they do not think are cool. So maybe he's kind of a funny guy too. Maybe.
He's like, not cool, huh?
Foghat's not cool, huh?
Oh. Yeah. I gotta go. I gotta write a book.
And the final 3 words of the book are, Foghat is cool. And that's the timer.
Likewise for this episode. This is part of the sign up that I say.
That's the part of the sign up that I say. Hello there. It's almost the end of the show, but not quite. I'm Zach Caffrey.
I'm Jason Ford.
And you just watched the episode of Metaphiles that you watched, and now you're seeing this. And it's the part where we say, it's like us. Subscribe to us. Comment about it.
Get on our shit.
Get on it. Build a little community with us. You're all a part of it. Mm-hmm. It's a nice little world we have here.
It's just a big ball of liking and subscribing and comments.
And it's wonderful to do. And you like doing it. You do.
You do.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
And this week, why not make a comment about bye.
Bye-bye.
Metaphiles.